up, family? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Today's video is healthy eating on a budget. Got some tips for you guys. I got some ways for you guys to save some money when you go to the grocery store. Now, I go to the grocery store about 2 to 3 times a week, and if you go to the grocery store too, you guys have been noticing that the prices have been going up, just like gas. Inflation is very real right now. So it seems like just about every week and a half, every 2 weeks, prices are going up. I love avocados. Just 2 weeks ago, they were 69 cents. The next time I went to the store, they were 88 cents, and now they're $1.08. In times like this, you gotta make more, you gotta invest more, and then you also gotta budget and make sure that you're smart with your finances. So I got a bunch of tips that is gonna help you guys out, and then I also got some healthy foods that you guys could shop for, because you can still buy healthy things on a budget, okay? I got you. Let's get it. So my first tip is gonna be to buy your food in bulk, and especially the things that you eat a lot throughout the week, the things that you love. I promise you that in the long run, if you buy yourself a bigger quantity of that thing that you wanna have in your kitchen all the time, it's gonna save you a lot of money and also time, right? So the things that you love, buy in bigger quantity. I love oatmeal. Instead of me going to the store and buying a small box of oatmeal with only 6 to 8 packs, I'm gonna get myself a big bag of oatmeal because it's gonna save me money and it's also going to save me time. Still on bulk, shop in the bulk food section. Just about every grocery store has a bulk food section where they have those dispensers. They have different nuts, different seasonings, different dried fruits, different candies, all types of different stuff, maybe rice or beans depending on the grocery store you're at. The bulk food section, all right, with those dispensers and those bags, and you weigh your food, is always going to cost you a lot less than buying something that's already packaged. Here's an example. If I want to get myself some garlic seasoning that is in a glass jar just like this, that's probably going to cost me like $2.38. But I can get myself a big bag of garlic seasoning in the bulk section for like 88 cents. Everything in the bulk section for the most part is going to be a lot cheaper when you actually dispense it yourself. My next tip is going to be to shop at more than one grocery store. You don't have to be tied down to that one grocery store that is right next to you. Try to find a grocery store that is maybe a few miles away and then compare prices. Personally, I've worked at many different grocery stores in the past, and you see all the different prices and it's like, oh my goodness, milk here costs $4, but milk here costs $2, okay? And that $2 difference when you're going on big grocery trips is gonna make all the difference, okay? So go to more than one grocery store. I have a friend, shout out to Chun. I have good friends, shout out to Chun and Cynthia. They shop at probably 4 to 5 different grocery stores when they go shopping, but they get a lot of food and they save a lot more money than your average person. H-E-B has cheaper bread than Target, but Target sometimes has cheaper paper towel than H-E-B. You just gotta go back and forth, and then you'll find so many differences in the prices and save so much money. The next tip is going to be to be cautious of organic foods. That might sound like a contradiction because I'm a dude who loves to eat healthy. I love whole foods. I love organic foods. But what I've noticed is that a lot of companies are starting to label their products as organic, but they're not really organic. So make sure that you're doing your research on whatever product you're shopping for. And they might say organic on the package, but if you look at the ingredients, you're like, that doesn't look too organic to me. If you want to shop healthy, don't just see the word organic and just be like, okay, this is the one I'm going to get. They might have the organic strawberries and they might have the regular strawberries, and the organic strawberries might cost $2 more, but they come from the same farm, they come from the same soil, blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop. So just be very careful at how these brands are marketing these organic foods to you, and really do your research so that you're not just spending that extra money on a product that you think is organic, but isn't really organic. The next tip is going to be to learn to shop on the outskirts of the store. Now, some of y'all maybe heard this before, but this is the sauce right here, okay? The outside of the store is gonna have a lot of the food that you prepare for yourself, okay? Depending on the structure of the grocery store, of course, but you're typically gonna find your fruits, your vegetables, your carbs, right? Your bulk foods, etc. on the outside of the store, your milks, whatever it's going to be. And then on the inside where the aisles are, that's where you're gonna see a lot of the processed GMO food, the food that is just here for your convenience. And this is actually leading me to my next point. Be careful shopping for convenience, because you're paying for your convenience. And a lot of people pay astronomical amounts of money for things that they can just prepare yourself. That's why I've told people in my previous cooking videos, my full day eating videos, you gotta learn to cook because you pay for convenience. Here's an example: the water I drink, the stainless steel water dispenser that I have in the kitchen that a lot of y'all have expressed you love. You can purchase something like that on Amazon. Now, a gallon jug of water at the grocery store, a plastic gallon jug of water, is gonna cost you $1, $1.08, maybe $1.32 wherever you're located, all right? But purchasing an actual jug, now not the dispenser, but an actual jug, you can purchase one of those for like $20. And once you get that and you pay that, then you can get a gallon of water for 33 cents, because you go to one of the water dispensers at the store and you can get yourself different variants of water and you can just fill it up at home, and you're literally saving 70+ cents a gallon of water. And listen, we drink a lot of water over here. I drink a lot of water. So if you drink a lot of water, then it's best for you just to purchase one of those big gallons, fill it up in a dispenser, and save you lots of money, and also get you more water during your trip. So that is the whole convenience thing. If you want to get the plastic bottles, it's going to cost you more than actually getting yourself a bigger quantity of water, filling it up in that jug, and pouring it in the dispenser. And it's just a whole different experience. And of course, you save money. Now, to sum all that up, I have a 3-part breakdown that was suggested to me by my good friend Chun. This basically sums up everything I just said in 3 parts. The first part, prioritize. Okay, you want to prioritize what's important to you. What do you need in your kitchen? What are your goals? And what is your budget? What are you spending your money on? You want to prioritize the things that are important to you. These are the meals that you're going to need to get through the week. Then you want to organize, okay? You're going to organize yourself a nice grocery list, okay? That way when you're in the grocery store, you're not just aimlessly walking around grabbing things here and there and spending that extra money. You got to organize yourself a nice list and make sure that your kitchen is organized as well. And then you execute. All you got to do is walk up in that grocery store. You know exactly what you need. You know how you're going to shop. You know what you need to progress in your goals. You know what you need to save some money. It's going to be like a breath of fresh air. Prioritize, organize, execute. Now I'm going to quickly go through a list of different foods to shop for, different combinations, things that you can really find on the outside of the grocery store. These are the things that are going to help you make different combinations and just make life so much easier when it comes to healthy eating on a budget. Let's go. First is going to be legumes. You got your chickpeas, your black beans, your lentils. These are all affordable things. You can get them in bags. You can get them in the bulk food section. You can get them in cans. And this is what's going to provide you with some protein. Next are bananas. Bananas are still very affordable. You can get yourself a big stack of them. You can have yourself a nice banana early in the morning before you go to work. You're gonna get your potassium in, get those carbohydrates in. You can also freeze your bananas, and they're probably gonna be able to sit in the freezer for about 2 to 3 weeks, okay? And you could use this for different recipes, maybe different smoothies, right? Maybe you want to make an acai bowl. Next is frozen fruit. You can pull up to a Costco's, a Sam's Club, a BJ's. Get yourself a big bag. Spend that amount of money on a big bag of frozen fruit, and they're gonna last forever. Next, you're gonna want to get yourself some bread. Get you a nice carb source, some grains. I like to shop for Dave's Killer Bread. You get 1 loaf of bread for probably $4.56, and you probably get about 16 to 25 slices of bread in that loaf. So still very reasonable, right? And then you can get yourself some jams, like maybe a raspberry jam, a strawberry jam, or maybe some nut butters, maybe an almond butter or peanut butter. And then if you have a bulk food section, you can go over there and they might have some peanuts or some almond butter that you can put in a blender, actually blend it through and make your own. And that's also gonna be a lot cheaper, so you can save some money on that. Next, you're gonna get yourself a big fruit. Now this could be a watermelon, this could be cantaloupe, this could be papaya, this could be pineapple, okay? Big fruits are in season, especially in Texas right now when it's hot. And remember, get yourself the big fruit, not the ones that are already chopped and prepared. This way you can give yourself so many different servings, and you can take some of that fruit and freeze it and use it for different recipes. Next, this is easily one of my favorites. You can get yourself some potatoes, where you can make yourself some French fries. A lot of you guys have seen me make my own homemade fries on the channel. You can make yourself some diced potatoes, some breakfast tacos in the morning. You can get yourself a nice big bag of russet potatoes for about $3, and it's gonna give you about 8 to 10 different potatoes, and that could last you almost 2 weeks. You gotta get your greens in, man. You gotta make sure your fiber's on point, so you can get your kale, you can get your spinach, or you can get your celery. These are all different things that you can use for different recipes. You can throw in a smoothie, make yourself a nice green juice if you have a blender or whatever the case is. You gotta get your greens in, and the greens are always gonna be for an affordable price for the most part, a lot cheaper than, you know, your packaged food. And then oatmeal. Now, I love oatmeal, and if you don't love oatmeal, it's because you haven't made it right. If you had my oatmeal, it would change your life, okay? Now, I used to buy the oatmeals in the box that had like the separate packets, but that costs so much more than getting yourself some oatmeal in the bulk food section, or just buying yourself a big bag of whole oats, because the ones in the packages, they're a little bit more flavorful, right? They put different things in them already in the package, like cinnamon and sugar, etc. But if you get yourself a nice big bag of whole oats, which is going to be super affordable, you can get those little extra ingredients that's already in there that you like. So I like cinnamon in my oatmeal, so I buy cinnamon in the bulk food section and I put it in my whole oats. You know, those are different things you can do yourself. People like apple cinnamon oatmeal. You can cut yourself up your own apples and put it in the oatmeal. You see, when you can cook for yourself, a whole new world opens up for you. You save money, and you eat better. You just eat better. So that is a short list of different foods that I would pick up at the grocery store. I hope this video was beneficial to you guys. I hope it was valuable. I want you guys to save some money during these times, and also eat better as well, okay? Because eating is such an important part of our life, so you want to make sure that it's a good experience every time you go to the grocery store and every time you bring those groceries home and you prepare that meal, okay? Make sure to drop a like, and as always, stay true to self, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.